Good morning and welcome to Morning Coach today. I am so glad you're with us. Hey, it's JB. Super pumped you're here this 25th of November, 2024. Ready to go. Episode 5526. We are in our last week of November, and that means our last due month. And we get to get into our planning month, which I love so much. As we get into the holiday season here, we've got a lot going on. So before we get started, remember your morning routine, your morning ritual. Take some time for self-care. Make sure you listen to CoachCast. Get those 7 Ps planned. Get the right perspectives. Get the right priorities. Focus on performance. Be patient with life. Get the great posture. Get those shoulders back. Stay present and persist, okay? And then we want to organize with the planner. Let's make sure we're taking it step by step and you're really getting organized as we move forward this week. So this week we got a big one for you. We're going to talk about gratitude. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving week here in the United States. For those of you who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, it's a way that I look at it is to have gratitude and use this week for that purpose. And we'll go into that a little bit this week. Tomorrow, we're going to end on our book study, which we've got Stop Overthinking, right? And we'll go through a couple techniques with that. And then Wednesday, we've got a question I want you to think about. I'll go over it Wednesday. Just wait for it Wednesday. It's a gratitude question. It's a good one. And then, of course, Thursday, we got a happy Thanksgiving Day. Enjoying that. I'm going to run a 5K turkey trot, ready to go, have some family over. And then Friday, we've got Black Friday. You know, do you stay focused or do you do some impulse spending? We'll go over kind of some financial stuff there. Obviously, Saturday, Dr. Paul's been rocking and rolling. And then Sunday, we've got the holidays and managing time. How do we do that this Sunday as we get into the holidays? So great week to gear up and to finish up. It's really the time to be cleaning up loose ends. Got a few more weeks of the year. I just can't believe it's already this time of year. It's amazing how time flies. Seems like it was just Halloween, right? But time just does fly. And so we've got to enjoy it a little bit and take it, enjoy the process of everything we're doing. So not only is it the plan and working the plan, but also enjoying this process of a living life. So your focus this week then is on year end, getting yourself in a good place, and your focus is on family. And with family, we want to talk about living with gratitude. So some of the reasons you want to live with gratitude and why it is a foundational piece of what we talk about here at Morning Coach. In fact, we've got it in the planner, in the new planner, the section called AM Gratitude. I will give you one warning on that. Just don't write the same things every time. Make sure you're switching it up, you know, with things. It loses its power if you just write the same things every day. So if you're with us in the planner and you're doing the gratitude section, which I think is a great thing to do, make sure you're doing new things every day, and just not the same things over and over. So living with gratitude, there's some reasons we want to do it, and I want to go over some ideas for you and then help you do this as we get this week started. Number one is it improves your mental health. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life, reducing anxiety, depression, and stress. And for a lot of us, we focus on what we don't have instead of what we have. And it's one of the things that we talk a lot about here at Morning Coaches, really work on focusing on what you have. Because if you focus on what you have joy, you have gratitude, and you can build from there. When you start to focus on what you don't have, you lose the abundant mentality. Use that, and you get into lack, right? And you're thinking about things you don't have. And if you really understand, as we talk about metaphysical components, right, is that the mind really wants to see abundance. And what I mean by that is if you don't think there is enough, then there won't be enough. And so we want to improve our mental health by having gratitude and being thankful for what is in our life at this particular moment and growing from there. Okay, gratitude also boosts relationships because it strengthens bonds with others, making them feel valued and appreciated. And I try to do a good job of that here, right? So it's not only personal relationships, but it's client relationships and business relationships. You know, I love the fact that you're here. You know, we're doing a better job with our CRMs and getting organized so that we can keep connected with you. And I do that because I really do care. And caring is a part of our values. Caring and certainty are two things that are really important, meaning we care about you And number two, that you are certain about where you should be going in your life. So that's really important. So it does boost your relationships. It enhances physical health because studies have shown that gratitude is linked to better sleep, improved heart health, and a stronger immune system. So it definitely works on those areas, and it will help you get healthier, which is so important. It fosters resilience. Gratitude helps you find a silver lining in difficult situations, making challenges easier to face. It increases happiness because it can boost your overall life satisfaction and make you more optimistic. So it's important that we are looking at gratitude as a piece of our system, like it's a fundamental piece of what we do. And when we do that, we can start to build some tips to have more gratitude in life. But again, one of the things that I talk a lot about here at Morning Coach is left brain buy-in. And what that means is the intellectual side of you. You're very intelligent. If something doesn't make sense to you, you're not going to do it. So a lot of times I try to give you reasons on why you want to do the things that we talk about, whether it's planning, whether it's having gratitude. And that's what we're doing right now, is to understand there are some reasons behind having gratitude. So what are some tips? What can you do? Well, one is, use our planner, start a gratitude journal, write three to five things you're grateful for every day or every week. And it'll help you start creating positive moments. Tony Robbins taught this years ago about writing down your wins. And we've got that also, right? So we've got wins and gratitude. But what happens is we tend to go to the negative as human beings. We tend to be on the negative side. And so we'll always remember the negative instead of the positive. So if we get in this habit of writing down the positive things that are occurring, the positive things that are happening, all of a sudden we'll start to manifest more success. We'll start to see more success in our life. So writing these things down are really important. And in full disclosure, I've used the planner for years, right? But typically I use a single sheet. I don't use the planner as far as going out forward. This year is my first year with Remarkable Paper Pro. I'm really planning on using my planner as a planner, meaning really getting into the future and making sure that I'm updating it and really working it. I'm going to do a lot of teaching on this, but I've used it for years, just not structured as much. I'm really buying in it. So many good things are happening because I'm buying into this system and I'm utilizing the system, and I'm just dedicating this year to it. Now, I know it gets hard to keep all these pieces together, and sometimes, you fall off, and that's okay. But if I can get you in the habit of utilizing your planner, it really can make a difference in the way that you approach life. And if you've got a Remarkable, you got an Android tablet, be interesting to know what you have. I've got a survey going out so that we can track all that, so we know we're building the resources for you. But we want to make sure that you are utilizing these resources. And even if you just use like a regular journal and you use it to write down things you're grateful for, I think that's a great step. But we're really working on the planner to make it this powerful piece of tech that you're using with your device. Now, you might do paper and pencil. That's fine too. But we want to make sure those systems are in place. Again, you'll be getting surveys this year on that before the end of the year, because I want to keep all that information in the CRM. I want to know how many people are using each particular tool, what tools you're using, and how we can make those better for you. So excited about that. But just start with a gratitude journal. A couple other things you can do. Express gratitude to others. Send thank you notes, texts, or verbal appreciation to someone that makes a difference in your life. Little handwritten thank you notes are so powerful, and nobody does them anymore. If you ever get a handwritten thank you note, it means the world. So if you want to do something cool, maybe this year, go to this stationery store and pick up some stationery, thank you stationery, and use that to send little notes of thank yous to people. It's one of the reasons I want to get the CRM done is for birthdays and stuff. I want to start doing some cool stuff for members. And it's stuff that I've always wanted to do, but we just haven't had a really structured CRM that we're working on. And again, it's all about evolving. Just as I always say, my business is a testament to the system. It's just a testament. When we get things going and things are working, it's because I'm buying in the system. When things aren't working, I'm not utilizing the planning structure. So again, express gratitude to others. That's important. You want to focus on the presence, on the present moment. That's our number 6P. But it is important. Pause to appreciate small joys in life, like a sunny day, a good meal, a kind gesture. I will tell you that if you can have sacred eating or spiritual eating Maureen Whitehouse, who's a professor at Harvard, is a good friend of mine. Actually, wasn't a professor when I met her. She was in Florida. Wrote some books on spiritual eating and really opened my eyes up to eating with gratitude. Having gratitude for the plants and animals that you're consuming is such an important part of life because you're having this gratitude for those things, right? So that gratitude really goes through everything when you do that. So just take a little moment. It's Thanksgiving week. With your food, make sure you're staying present and you're grateful for the energy that you're consuming. It will help you. Use gratitude prompts. Reflect on specific questions like, who or what made me smile today? Or what challenges have helped me grow? Having that gratitude can really, and having a prompt can be great. It'll help you get to that point. So if you're having trouble finding something to be grateful for, we've got that on Wednesday. I got a question for you on Wednesday. Make sure you're here. You're going to love that. Create a gratitude ritual. Incorporate gratitude in your day, such as during meals, before bed, or while taking a walk. Rituals are such an important part of life. I always talk about our metaphysical morning ritual. This year for me, really having gratitude, more meditation, working on my night ritual is really important for me. My nighttime routine, that's when I have some weakness, when my mind gets a little anxious, and when it can get me in trouble. I'm not as effective in the evenings. And so I'm working on making my evenings better, getting to bed right, sleeping good, being really healthy. Some of the things I'm working on this year as we grow Morning Coach and as we grow Inner Circle. I'm really excited about, I told you before, the mastermind, because we've got such a great group of people having fun growing that and excited about things. Limit complaints. This is a big one I see on Facebook. Everybody's complaining about things. I mean, the general population, not you, but watch your complainings. When you feel the urge to complain, redirect your focus on something you're grateful for or thankful for. There are times to complain, right? There are. But the majority of the time, it's just so trivial. And remember, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff, right? So limit your complaints. Be careful. If you're complaining about something, make a change. It's an important rule that I live by. If I'm complaining, and excuse my language here, I'm going to cuss. I always preface that. If I'm bitching about something and I'm complaining all the time and bitching and moaning about something, it means I need to make a change in my life. That's just the way I live, and it's served me very well. Volunteer, help others. That action, engaging of acts of kindness can remind you of your own blessings while positively impacting others. This is important. Let's make a better world out there. Reflect on challenges. Consider how past difficulties have led to growth. Reflection is such an important part of life. Looking back once in a while and just slowing down and reflecting on how far you've come. It maybe doesn't feel like it sometimes, but I guarantee you're moving in the right direction. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who uplift you and give you, encourage you to be gracious. One of the things we're working on right now with the meetup leaders, a lot of volunteers in the community, how can we make that even better for you? We've got great leaders in the community, and we're trying to make the meetups maybe more structure. There's some things I'm doing. Again, I don't want to get totally involved in the community structure, because what happens is if I start doing everything like that side of it, it never grows. The community can never take shape, because the community's got to be driven by the community. And we need help. So if you want to help us with the community and want to be a part of that, volunteer and help us, reach out to info@morningcoach.com. We would love to have your help with Morning Coach. And then finally, use visual reminders, sticky notes, photos, objects around the space to remind you things that you're grateful for. Could be family. Make sure that you're finding that time to be have that gratitude, because cultivating a daily habit, you'll create a positive mindset that enhances your overall well-being and really helps your connection with life. That's what it's about. And that's why we have this morning ritual, to get you listening to this, get your mind right, have a little gratitude, and then go out and live your best life. And that best life is different for everybody. But as long as you're growing and you're moving forward, maybe your best life is to make a difference for your children, right? Maybe that's really what's going on here. I'm not one to say, but there could be a conduit to somebody. You could be the in-between. And by hearing this message, maybe you do something a little differently today that you normally wouldn't do, right? And it makes a better life for those around you. So even if it's not about us, right? Let's do these basic things, because when we do them, our lives get better and we make a difference in other people's lives. And that's really what it's about, making the world a better place. And it's Thanksgiving week, so let's have some gratitude. And I have massive gratitude for you. I have massive love for you and appreciate you being here and being a part of what we're doing. So get out there. Let's get the week started off with a bang. It's going to be a great one. Thanksgiving week. Massive gratitude to you. Let's get started. And I'll be back with more right here tomorrow on MorningCoach.com.